Hello YarnTubers, welcome back to Wanderlust Crochet with Dana and Benji. Today I'm sharing with you 16 of my very favorite crochet tools. So the truth is, when you start crocheting, really all you need is yarn, a hook or two, and some scissors, because you don't even need a yarn needle to weave in your ends. You can do that with a crochet hook. But as you progress and as you become more sophisticated in your work, there are some great things out there that I don't want to crochet without. So this is that list. I want to share with you guys all the things that I love to use to help me create pieces that I'm very proud of, that I just emotionally I feel so good about, not only during the process, but afterwards. So stick around and I will share with you all 16 of my favorites. Many of you have seen me give away the Yarn Boss yarn bag in some of the giveaways here in this community. Look at the pictures here. There's what it looks like on the left. On the right is all the pockets. Now look at how those skeins can be separated by that greenish blue divider. And oh my goodness. And look how those yarn guides come out the top. I love this thing. Many of us have seen this. This Knit Picks hand-operated yarn ball winder is fabulous. It's not too expensive, but it's not cheap. It's not made cheaply. It is easy to assemble and easy to use. You just attach it to any table edge. It says that it easily winds up to 100 grams or 3.5 ounces of yarn. This makes my life so much easier. After you get yourself a ball winder, the next step is to get an umbrella yarn swift. This is also from Knit Picks. This is only $66.99. Now that is very inexpensive for a wooden swift, and this swift is high quality. I love mine. It attaches to the table so easily, and I'm telling you, once you start crocheting, pretty soon you're going to end up with a hank of yarn, and you're going to need one of these. Now, I love this color wheel. Don't get excited. You do not have to know color theory. On the front side, this one picture, you see those rings? So you can choose colors that you like, and you can come down into those rings to get what I call different versions of those colors. And on the other side, you can see all the different combinations and ways that you can choose these colors. It is easy to use, it's easy to see because of its size, and I carry this with me on the truck. This La Power clip-on light, I keep this with me on the truck. Not only do I use it when I am crocheting, but I also use it for doing my videos, because I use the bright light for crocheting and I can bend it down to really illuminate what I'm working on, because sometimes this cab gets a little dark. But also I can switch it to a warm light and use it for when I'm recording videos. I think you guys would love this. It's only $14.99. Okay, you guys might think these stitch markers are boring, but I tell you what, they are super handy, because it's $6.99 for 150 of these little plastic locking stitch markers. This is just a great buy. I love having all of these on hand, and I save my nice stitch markers for different kinds of projects. But when I've got a project that needs a lot of stitch markers, this is what I use. Now here's another set, and the reason why I'm including these is because I have recently been crocheting socks. That means fingering weight. And those plastic ones I just showed you are great for 3 weight and up. I really like them. But this is a 300-piece set. They're called safety bulb pins. They're metal, and you get 300 plus that case for $5.99. I think these are great for socks or any project using a finer gauge of yarn. Okay, these darning needles from Clover. I saw Mikey from the Crochet Crowd using these several years ago, and I had to go get me a set. The bent tip, the large eyes, and those gold needles are really, really light. They look heavy, but they're not. And that little case that comes with them, I have all my needles in those cases. And this is only $6.40. I think if you're using a 4 weight and above, you will love these. Okay, like I said, those Clover needles I like using for a worsted weight and above. But these size 18 chenille hand needles, I prefer these for a DK and below, because usually when I'm working with DK sport or fingering, I'm doing something that I really have to be more careful when I weave in my ends. I really don't want any bulking up, and these needles help me get that job done. The only problem I have with those needles is many times the DK weight is just a little bit thick to get threaded into that eye. So I buy these plastic needle threaders. There's 20 pieces for $3.99, and they're cheap. They break, so you got to kind of hold them right to pull them through. But these help me a lot so that I'm not struggling to get those needles threaded. Many of you know that the Wool Genie is probably my very favorite crochet tool. This thing has a super strong magnet. It'll hold one of the jumbo skeins of Red Heart Super Saver. The thing just spins. It's so light. I never ever get my yarn tangled up, and now the only way I really like to pull from the skein or a cake or a ball is from the outside using my Wool Genie. My life is so much simpler now. If you prefer something a little prettier than the original Wool Genie, you can get this wooden one from Artowell off of the Amazon website for only $21.99. I've given away a handful of these, and people just rave about them. You can get them in a couple of different colors, but they're gorgeous and they work well. I love my granny square card deck. There are 50 different designs because I so love modular crochet and putting squares together. There are some great ideas in here from Claire Montgomery. Now this is printed, this came from Search Press. You do have to be careful of fakes. Watch out for fakes because a lot of people fell for the wrong ones. They just aren't the quality. And these right now are $7.28 on Amazon. When you come to a point in your crochet journey when it's time to start blocking some of your pieces, yes, you can use cardboard and stainless steel pins so they don't rust. But when you get bigger items and you really have to try to get something lined up and square, these blocking mats with the 1-inch grid on them are fabulous. There are 9 blocking mats in this package with 100 T-pins. This makes things so much easier. Oh my goodness. These combs, you guys, for blocking, talk about perfectly straight edges. When I have blocked my squares, this set of 25 curved edge blockers are amazing. They come in this red case. They are $29.95 for the package. I'm going to be getting myself another set of these. The very last thing on the list is this amazing blocking board with those metal pegs. This is from a company called Oilcraft, and this is amazing. Thank you to Deb for sending me this. I love it. For granny squares, man, you can just start stacking them up, and if they're small enough, you can put several of them on the board. Now this particular one, there are several versions out there, but this one is $43.98, and I love it. So those really are my favorite tools. I'm not just trying to sell a bunch of stuff with my Amazon links. They are Amazon links, but I use all of those things regularly working on my crochet projects, and I hope that you find something useful in that list. Now, all of them are Amazon links except for the Wool Genie. The last time I bought a Wool Genie off of Amazon, it was a cheap knockoff, and I don't want you to have to go through that. So I listed the link to the Wool Warehouse, which is where I originally bought my first couple. And now off the Wool Warehouse, you can buy extra spindles, which comes in really handy. So I really hope you found that list interesting. Comment down below. Tell me if you have any of these things. Tell me about other tools that you use, or tell me about something maybe in this list that you really want to try. So from, where are we? Ann Arbor, Michigan. I love you guys. Bye.